let's talk first about that Greg Slaughter trade for Christian Standhardinger. That was a big trade. Greg Slaughter was let's say he was low key. He left the country. He kind of tried to find himself mentally maybe after that draining situation with Ginebra. But when he came back, it was a trade between Christian Standhardinger from Northport for Greg Slaughter. So Greg Slaughter was sent to Northport and Christian was sent to Powerhouse Ginebra. Well, what did you think of that trade from the start, Lester?
I don't think it was a good trade
For who?
personally
For
because
who?
for Kristen Stenhardinger to come over to Ginebra, I don't think it was a good trade because Greg was actually the anchor of that team. Greg was actually the 7'1", defensive anchor. Plus he has a soft touch around the basket. I feel Kristen Sternhagen is kind of a hardworking, energy kind of guy. He has a kind of soft touch around the basket, but I think Slaughter is more skilled and more polished. Even though he's a little bit slower, I just think Greg is a little bit more polished and a lot more experienced. And that's just my opinion. If anybody else have anything else to say, then, it's a free country. It's a free world.
And man, because when that trade happened, everyone was actually saying that Northport got the shorter end of that deal. Because, a lot of people were disregarding what Greg Slaughter can do. But now Greg has shown that he has come back with new life, a new mindset, and I feel like he's having fun again. How about Jego? What have you seen with regards to Greg Slaughter now that he's playing for Northport?
Well, honestly, I think Greg Slaughter is a great fit for this Northport team, especially with a guy like Robert Bollick playmaking as the primary playmaker of Northport. And at the start, they were having some tough times adjusting with playing with each other. But Robert Bollick is such a high IQ basketball player that he can play with a lot of, talent around him, and that's what's been happening. They have a strong post presence with Greg Slaughter inside, and something similar with what San Miguel's doing with Junmar. Every time they put the ball down the post to Greg Slaughter, he sucks in the defense.
Hold up.
What up, Lester? What you about to say?
You cannot put Greg Slaughter and Jurma Fajardo on the same set.
You're putting words in my mouth now, Lester. I'm not saying that he is the same guy. I'm not saying he's the same guy. That's what Northport's doing. They have a post presence down low, and he's more of a pick and roll guy. He's a presence in the pick and roll with Robert Bollick. And if you compare that to C-Stan, they play a little bit different. You got to give C-Stan the ball, and he's going to create for the team. And Greg Slaughter can do that second role, second man role for Northport, because I still think Robert Bollick, it starts with him, the offense of Northport.
For sure.